The Bajau people are the first tribe in the world to have evolved to adapt to life under the sea. They spend their entire lives living on the sea and searching for food on the ocean floor. They live in temporary stilt houses and on their boats, scattered throughout the seas of Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. They have lived this way for over 1,000 years, and their food is entirely dependent on the surrounding seafood. This forces them to work underwater all day to catch shrimp, crab, fish, and squid. Therefore, the Bajau puncture their eardrums to balance the pressure between the outer ear and middle ear, helping them avoid discomfort when diving deep underwater. However, puncturing the eardrum can also reduce their hearing ability and make them susceptible to ear infections. This is a trade-off that the Bajau must accept in order to live underwater. What is extremely unusual is that they can dive for over 13 minutes at a depth of 60 am below the ocean floor. Why can they do this? It turns out that they have a much larger spleen than normal people. It has the ability to pump more oxygen into the blood and works no differently than a biological scuba tank. Their spleen has a volume greater than normal people by more than 50%. What is special is that this feature is not only found in divers, but also in other members of the tribe, including children who have never dived before. This means that they have evolved to live more easily under the sea. DNA is a marvel within the human body. If all the DNA strands in a person's body were unwound and laid end to end, they would stretch to an astonishing 107.87 billion kilometers, equivalent to about 280,000 times the distance from Earth to the Moon. The entire human race has up to 99.9% similarity in DNA, and it is surprising that just the remaining 0.1% has created the great diversity and difference in appearance that we see today. In addition, our DNA is also similar to that of chimpanzees by 98%, with mice by 85%, and with bananas by 41%. Alongside this, during evolution, humans have lost 510 DNA segments, and there is one very special DNA segment that disappeared 700,000 years ago. Specifically, any man who possesses this DNA segment will have a sensitive organ full of thorns. In 2012, a researcher at Harvard University successfully stuffed 700 terabytes of data into just 1 gram of DNA. However, this was only the initial test. They also asserted that only 2 grams of DNA is enough to contain all digital data on Earth.